What's going on, guys? So I had planned on initially doing this video as an installation video, but when I put the heat extractors on, it was actually nighttime, so I didn't get a whole lot of good footage. So instead of doing that, I'm just going to do a quick summary of the install and talk about a few other things. So here they are, the Roush Heat Extractors. I got them from American Muscle. I like the aggressive look of them. The only thing that I kind of miss in a way is the because I have a 2016, my car actually had the turn signals built into the heat extractors, the stock heat extractors. So I don't have those on the Roush ones. There may be a way to modify it to get them in there. I'll have to play around with that at some point. It's not a huge deal though, but I like the way that it came out. I did run into an issue with the passenger side heat extractor when I first put it in, and I'll cut to some footage, but basically it wasn't seated flush. It was too far over this way, and this part here was kind of bouncing up and down, so I'll show some footage real quick of that. But American Muscle shipped me out another set, and I was able to get this one installed. Alright, the helicopters are gone now. We can get back to the video here. And I apologize if there's any wind noise. It's pretty windy out here right now. And like I said, American Muscle had shipped me another set pretty quickly, so I got that in. The new set doesn't have the issue. Initially, I thought about painting these gloss black, but I think I'm going to leave them unpainted so that it's one less thing to worry about. I don't have to worry about rock chips getting on those too. This is what it looks like from the inside here, and this plug that you can see here is where it would have plugged in for the OEM heat extractors to make the turn signals work. So I have those taped off with some vinyl. And basically, there's a few points of connection here. So you have these bolts right here with the nuts on there. So there's two of these right here. And then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 clips where it just clips in. Now with the Roush heat extractors, you do also have to drill. And I'll show you this side here to get a better view of the holes that you need to drill. So it's a hole somewhere around this area. And I'll get to that in a second, and then the other one's right there. Now, let's talk about a few problems here. The main issue that we ran into with installing this is it doesn't come with the instructions provided. And I can understand why companies want to save money and not print out a bunch of paper and just have it wasted or whatever. I'm all for that. But the last page of the instructions are actually the template that you need to align up the drill holes. And that's not included either, so you actually have to print that out. The problem is that template is not exactly accurate. So what ended up happening is we lined it up. This hole here is not lining up with the hole on the actual heat extractor. That's why the screw isn't in there. So we only have one here, and on the other side you'll see that we have like one hole drilled there, then there's like two right there because we were having trouble getting it lined up. Well, I have one screw holding this one in place and then one holding the other one in place. So the template's not the best in the world to use, I'll say that. So good luck trying to get that lined up. And I've seen some other people saying that they had trouble as well, so it's not just me. But it's not a huge deal because those two screws aren't really that important. Like even if you didn't have these in here, like I said, you still have these other screws and bolts up here as well as the multiple clips. So even without these screws, it's not going to cause the heat extractor to come flying off or something. But what I will say, primarily on this one, not so much on the other side. On the other side, I could have probably gotten away without having any screws. But on this side, this screw here is actually helping prevent it from flopping around. And I don't know if it's a problem with my car specifically, or if it's just something in maybe the template that Roush is using. But the passenger side heat extractor, like I said, I had to send the one back. The new one lines up a little bit better, but I was still getting a little bit of flopping around in here. So that one screw that they supplied kind of fixed that issue. Outside of the template issue, I actually love them. I like the aggressive look that it gives. I do have other Roush components on my car. As you can see, the hood scoop and also the quarter panel scoops, well, quarter window scoop, and then the side scoop right there, as well as the Roush spoiler. So kind of have, you know, and also got the Roush winglets down there as well. So as you can see, Roush is one of my favorite manufacturers, obviously. So until next time, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for your support. And see you next time.